Squad, I'm going to start my weekly outlook on the monthly, and I've just kind of given myself some monthly highs and this particular monthly low, high time frame zone. I'm going to dive into this weekly, and I like to see this gap that we created here is pretty interesting. Just to have levels on the chart there as we drop down into lower time frame. I'm going to change that to say blue. Gap. Blue. Sure. Not what I want at all. Okay. So on the weekly, what I would expect this next week to do is one of two things: either open low into here and then go up, or open high, come into here and go down. So really two plays on that. It can come into this gap and move up, or it can just start up and then move down. And then we could probably use the gap here as a flip next week if it wants to flip inside here and then continue lower to some unmitigated spots. We'll look at the daily. Right, so now that gap is here on our chart. Why does it start over here? So random. Because it closed there, open there, gap. All right, so we can extend these little guys. We might even create a little one of these guys. All right, so we have that now. So yeah, we could open up and just come straight into here and then come down. I'll refine this from that. So this is an internal strong high here. This origin was basically mitigated here with this one as it took out the internal. Took out internal, mitigated the origin. Came down, this mitigated this origin, but nothing inside this. And then this origin has not been flipped. So anywhere in here, probably be good to open up and sell from. This again is control point. I would think we could move down from because there's actually a flip inside there on the daily. Draw this out as a flip on the daily. All right, so some high time frame levels. We have this gap. We have this flip. I don't know, where's this open at? 934.9, and this closes at 940. So it actually closed above this candle, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that kind of implies bullishness. We'll use that as an implied bullishness. Here we have a fair value gap we have yet to close above, indicating maybe the use of that to balance further higher. So we can look forward to that, maybe balancing to come up higher. We can look for sells here. We can look for sells in here, and then probably where my daily time frame. There's no wick on this candle, so I would expect this to be a buy zone down here. No wick, little support with a previous month's high, the old all-time high. So there's some stuff in this wick here we could probably use on the daily if we wanted to keep going bullish. So we'll move down. I just go right to 4 hour. All right, so there's that daily flip, and we have what's happened here? Daily. There's a 4 hour. There's that big one, but probably lower time frame to buy from. And then we have to take advantage of the fact that there's probably a sell opportunity there as well. So we haven't swept this internal yet, but we can come into here, boom, move down, come into here, move up. So we have the super high time frame narrative there. We have our internal narrative here, internal narrative here, external narrative there. So the week can pretty much play out into any of these zones. I'd be happy with that. Oops. Get that back. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty much down to the 4 hour. Let's see if we can get some 15-minute zones in here. That pretty much covers the 15-minute zone. I'd want to see maybe even to that little flip there. A little higher. And then this guy, really nothing underneath this has been mitigated. Nothing in that internal. Inside here, there's a lot going on there. You could see, because it's like a breaker, right? And then there's some internal stuff there. I'll add another option to buy. Probably anywhere in there. And my job, obviously, throughout the week will be to narrow these down, make them smaller, be smart about it. Yeah, I actually like that. So that's kind of my weekly review in a nutshell. A little buy opportunity in this gap. There's a buy opportunity lower. There's a sell opportunity both internal and external there. So pretty much how I'd run it. All right. Have a great week, team.